Well, you know, first of all, that was a tremendous college football game on both sides. Really proud of the way our guys competed in the game. Didn't play very well in the first half, and you know, didn't start out very well in the second half, and you know, just kept grinding and started making some plays on offense. Got the momentum of the game back. Played a little better on defense in the third and fourth quarter, and came out with what was a tremendous, you know, come from behind, really great win for our team. And the thing you have to say about this team, and somebody asked me, how would you characterize this team? And I would say that, you know, they do a great job from a competitive character standpoint of always making plays in the game when they need to make them, and, you know, seem to always be able to be resilient enough to play through adversity, which we certainly did today. It was great for our seniors, the last game in Bryant-Denny Stadium, which was really important to me, that they have a great memory from their last game here, and a lot of guys that are seniors contributed out there and down the stretch even, which makes you proud, and I'm sure our players are extremely happy to win the West and actually have an opportunity to go to the SEC championship game. You know, a lot of things that we need to do better as a team. You could say in a lot of ways we didn't play our best football, especially in the first half, but you got to give their players a lot of credit for making a lot of really good plays as well. So really, really proud of our team, really proud of the character they showed in the second half. And, you know, I just told the players at halftime, you know, we have 30 minutes. You know, a lot of you guys have a lot of goals and aspirations. This is kind of a gut check as to what kind of heart you have, what kind of character you have, what kind of competitor you are, as to how you go out and play the second half of this game. I believe in you. I think we can win. I think we will win if everybody makes a commitment to doing their best in the second half. And, you know, I was really pleased with the way the players responded, how they came out and played, and even though we turned it over the second play of the second half and they went down and scored, just made the comeback all that more great for our players in terms of how they competed through adversity.
Front right, Mark. It seemed like they were having a lot of success throwing the ball, but you made the change to Bradley Silvey. What did you see from him down the stretch guarding those guys?
Well, they had a lot of success throwing the ball. It wasn't no seems like it. It was 456 yards worth, and there was about 7 or 8 of those that were big plays. All right, so you're not going to hurt my feelings by saying, you know, I got it right here on the paper, 456 yards passing. You know, and a lot of those were big plays, big plays. We knew going into the game that, you know, 18 and number 1 were really good vertical receivers, and we worked hard on trying to keep those guys cut off, and we didn't do a very good job of it. And, you know, they made a lot of big plays. Nick Marshall made some great throws, and you know, we certainly need to do better. We haven't played a whole lot of games where we give up 42 points and win. You know, that's not really been our style. So, you know, we obviously need to do a better job with our players and preparing them for the game so that we can play better and put them in a better position that they have a chance to be successful in. And then when we do that, they got to do a good job of executing. You know, I said before the game, and I don't think very many people listened, that sometimes you can misplace your emotion in rivalry games. And our team was as fired up as I've ever seen them, but it was misplaced emotion. You know the game's going to be a tough physical game, and you got to be ready to go play a tough physical game, and I don't think we really did that even in the first half. You also have to have a lot of trust in, I got to go execute and do my job. And we mis-executed a lot of things, even though we were emotional. And you got to really have confidence that that's the way you play well. That's the way you have a chance to be successful. And, you know, we had great emotion, but we weren't channeling in the right direction. And we did a much better job of that in the second half. And coverage as well. I mean, I know they hit one big play. Couple great catches that they made where our guys had a chance to make a play on the ball. We just need to do a better job of how we're going to play vertical passing teams in the future.
Left, Michael.
Early in the third quarter, after the third interception, looked like Jacob Coker was warming up. What was going on then? How was Blick's confidence, and how did he respond?
Well, you know, we had thrown 3 interceptions, and you know, there's good interceptions and there's bad interceptions. All right, and these were not good interceptions. When I say good interceptions, I mean not really the quarterback's fault. And Blake just didn't seem to be having his best stuff. And I talked to him about, you know, he needs to respond and do a little better. But we didn't really think about making a change. But if things kept going the way they were, we probably would have given Jake a chance. But, you know, Blake has made a lot of plays for us, and I got a lot of confidence in Blake. And I really wasn't anxious to pull the plug on him. I wanted to give him every opportunity to, as a senior and a leader of this team, to sort of bring this team back, and he certainly did that very well.
On the left, Pat.
Along those lines, the combination with him and Cooper, what did you see that Cooper was able to take advantage of there in the second half?
Well, you know, we didn't throw the ball down the field very much in the first half. The one time we did, it was a touchdown. You know, and I kept saying to Lane, you know, we've made a lot of explosive plays throwing the ball down the field. Let's take some shots on these guys and see if they can cover us deep. They're certainly doing that to us, and we're not having much success. And I think a couple of those big plays really, you know, changed the momentum of the game. You know, Coop's been great for us all year. And he certainly had a great game today, and a guy played through a lot of injuries today, was really kind of hurt and did a great job of competing out there, and had 13 catches for 200-some yards and made some extremely big plays in the game. I think we have other guys that are capable that we need to get involved offensively in terms of what they can do. D. White, Christian Jones, you know, 13 did a good job last week. Hopefully we'll get him back this week.
Right, Aaron.
On your second series there in the third quarter, it was a 4th and 3 that you went for and got, and then the next play you hit a touchdown. How big was that in terms of flipping the momentum? Did you feel that moment was kind of a do or die for your team? No,
I didn't think it was do or die. In fact, I thought, you know, we could play field position, but one of the things that, you know, comes into my mind when we make those kind of decisions is, you know, if we were playing really, really well in defense, I probably wouldn't have made that decision. But the fact that I thought we needed to score to change the momentum of the game, you know, you have to take some chances. And that was one that paid off for us. And I think it did change the game, and I think it was a really important play in the game.
Chris.
Hey, Nick, you said a minute ago that it wasn't your old style to give up this many points and win. But with where the game is now and how much it's changed over the last few years, do you have to win a few of these kind of games? Is it sort of a prerequisite if you're going to win a championship or play for one? You're going to have to sort of win these kind of games every once in a while.
Right. Well, I certainly feel like there's a lot more points being scored in this day and age of college football than ever before. I think, you know, the hurry-up offense, the advent of, you know, the zone read and the option passes that come off of it that people throw make it very, very difficult to defend. And if you can't match up with people man-to-man, it probably makes it even more difficult. And we didn't do a very good job of that today with their two guys, you know, 18-1, both really, really good players. And both guys had great days today, and we didn't do a very good job of, you know, keeping them from making big plays. I did think that as the game went on, we did a better job of stopping the other stuff, you know, the other runs, the other perimeter plays. But I do agree with you that, you know, the way we're headed in college football, there's going to be games like this, and you're going to have to be able to win games like this. And I'm sure happy that we were able to win this game like this today.
Last one, Scott.
I was going to get back to Blake a little bit. He finished 10 out of 12, I think, for 180 yards after that third pick. And as you know, he did it in the West Virginia game, the LSU game. Is it his personality, or what do you see in practice and during the year that makes him shut out bad and do these kind of things?
Well, you know, I think, you know, when Blake is Blake and he's just a calm guy that's out there sort of taking what the defense gives and making good decision, he gets in a comfort zone. I think when Blake gets a little anxious, you know, and I think he was a little anxious early in the game today. I was worried about him. I talked to him in pregame. You know, sometimes it's a big game. He starts putting a lot of pressure on himself. He gets a little anxious, and I don't think he really processes and makes as good of decisions, you know, when he gets like that. But when he just plays with his instincts and executes our offense and goes through his reads the way he's supposed to with confidence, he plays extremely well. And I think that, you know, in the second half, he kind of got that way. Maybe when we got behind, it was like, well, what's there to be anxious about? He's a very instinctive guy, and he's got a lot of capabilities of making plays, and he's played extremely well for us all year, and he's gotten in that mode a little bit sometimes, and it was good to see him snap out of it today.
Thanks, Coach.
All right, thank you.
Players will be in.
And, you know, I'd just like to say, you know, that was a great atmosphere out there for a college football game. You know, their team played great, but our fans were fantastic, and I think sticking with our team when things weren't going well was a big part of our guys being able to come back and recapture the momentum of the game. So for our seniors, it was a great atmosphere, and I really appreciate the support our fans gave us today. Thank you.